Before I start this video, I do just want to mention that there is still going to be the normal upload on Friday of the tour of the world and the progress that's been made, so I'll see you guys there for that as well. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video here in Johndon. So, today I'm going to be giving you kind of like the plans, kind of walking you through what's going to be going on here. I do want to say now, I'm sorry if you can hear construction noises in the background. That's actually my neighbour, so I just moved my mic close to my mouth just in case. Yeah, that's just my neighbour doing some construction. But yeah, here we are in Johndon outside the hospital, and I'm going to get my map out here and show you what we got going on. So, you can see here the northwest part of the map where you can see the city is, and you see where that turn kind of goes just below the highway there? Well, that's going to keep going in that direction, and this entire kind of, well, it's more than a quarter, but we're going to call it like a quadrant of the world is going to be the city district. So we're going to have all of the big buildings like this, like the hospital, big parking lots, big towers like that. There's going to be bigger towers than that, I can tell you that for a fact. That's going to be a small one eventually. But that's all going to be filling in this area of the map as far as the eye could see over here, which I think is going to look absolutely awesome. I mean, just imagine when this is done and you can be at the end of this road and you can go all the way down, and all you can see is buildings, 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 buildings. That is going to look pretty awesome in my opinion. Now, the northeast part of the map there, that I'm facing, you can see, that is going to be the suburbs. At least most of that area I intend on being suburbs, so we're going to have these kind of traditional American-style houses all the way along there, and I think that's going to look absolutely fantastic, because we're going to have them kind of put behind some trees, things like that, just so they're a little bit tucked away, but you'll still be able to see them, you'll still be able to fly over there, take a look. Then we got in the southwest portion of the map, that's going to be the more kind of commercial slash industrial part of the map, so we want to have some warehouses, we want to have like our supermarkets, our strip malls, things like that. Possibly a fast food restaurant or two, all that kind of thing. Put that in that corner of the map there. And that's going to be divided by a river, actually. So you can see how the river's coming down from the north to the south there. That's going to continue all the way down to the very bottom of the map. And then it's actually going to go west. Where that little turn is that you can see along the corner of the road, just past the highway. That river is going to go all the way that way to the west. It's going to meet the end of the world. So we're going to be dividing that quadrant. We're going to be dividing that quadrant in the southwest into its own little thing, which I think is going to look great, being able to see all the warehouses and stuff from across the water. Now, one of the parts I'm most excited about is going to be the southeast, which I intend on being kind of like the university. So I want to have like a full like campus with like all the dorms, the lecture halls, I want to make it a sports uni, so we're going to have like a football field, tennis courts, basketball courts, all kinds of things, like a track, as much as I can kind of think of. I'm going to try and build that over there. I think that's going to look pretty cool. I'm definitely excited for it. But right now, as for kind of individual buildings, I'll go through and we'll take a good look through the planning board over here, which I did show you before, but I think some things have changed. So I'll go ahead and show you what we got going on. So one of the main builds I'm looking forward to in the city district is going to be the casino. I'm going to try and make that pretty big. I'm going to have like obviously the bottom couple of floors are going to try and be casino, and then above that I want it to be this huge hotel. I think that's going to be fantastic. As for a club, I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. It may be over in the commercial district, it may be in the city district. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's going to be cool. I've never really built anything like it, so it's going to be fun to do. If you were there for the old live streams, it was probably about a year ago now. You'll recognize Sweden Man as it's a little reference to one of my old worlds. And then we got John Mart here, which is probably going to be Walmart. I'll be honest. I might not call it John Mart, but I was coming up with ideas to pun off my name. Then we've got a car factory, which I thought would be really cool to have over near the warehouses, stuff like that. I feel like that would just be extremely interesting to have all the different parts come together on like conveyor belts and stuff like that. Something like that, you know, something stupid that probably isn't realistic, but be interesting to have. Then we've got a gas station or a petrol station, as I would call it. I want to have a couple of these in the world. I've got an idea to have like a toll booth at the end of one of the highways, and I want to have like a gas station each side of the road there. I think that would be cool. Each side of the highway, I mean. I think that'd be really cool. Just a couple of hotels. I think, you know, any city district is going to have shit tons of hotels, so we're going to definitely be doing those. I think that'd be fantastic. Same goes for apartments. There's going to be a lot of apartments, a lot of hotels. And we got, like I said, the sports university. Definitely looking forward to that one. I think, you know, once that's done, the big tour video of just that is going to be absolutely fantastic. We've got the art gallery, which was suggested by Max. I know that for a fact. That is something I'm looking for a spot for. If I don't manage to do it in the style that I want to do it in, which is going to be kind of like a more traditional style, then I'll most likely put it in quite a modern skyscraper and do like all modern art exhibits in there. I think that was something, but the signs failed to load in, so I'll go and destroy that one. We've got a music studio down here, which was again suggested by Max. That is something that I do want to build, but I'm not entirely sure where to build it. I did come up with the idea of putting it in one of the garages in the suburban area, which I thought would be kind of cool. To have like a little home studio, a little garage band going on in there. Then the library as well. We've got to have a big library. I feel like that's something that I actually kind of want to build soon, because I feel like that'd be kind of interesting. We could have the outside be nice and modern, and then inside we'd have all these like nice dark wood tones, all that kind of thing. I don't know, could be fun. I do also want to bring one of the previous brands I had that I made in Minecraft back, the Codex Bank, named after. I'm not sure if he still watches, but one of my old viewers, Cody, he was a good friend, good viewer of mine. He used to chill around here, and we named a bank after him, the Codex Bank. So we're going to be bringing that back in full force. It's probably going to be a tower. I'll be honest. Yeah, those are kind of like the main ideas I've got at the minute. But definitely, if you have any ideas for stuff for me to build, then put them in the comments. I will absolutely respond to them straight away. Thank you. I don't really have the time to pull your names up now, but I'll put a little thank you in the description for you. We've had two people commenting. You've been both extremely kind, and thank you both for enjoying the videos. I much appreciate that. But yeah, I think this is going to be where we end off here. So now that you've got kind of like a little bit of an idea of what's going to be going on in the city, all there's left to say is thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. We have a link to the Discord in my description if you do want to check that out. We also have a link to the Twitch there, where sometimes you can see me building on this world, as well as other gameplay. Thanks to my neighbour for making some construction noises as I'm ending off the video. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.